I told him about. I was gonna tell him, and he did not know that this had took place. And it was weeks. I mean, a long time before I could see him, because I wasn't trying to run up there. I wasn't calling up there. I was just trying to. When I see him, I tell him, because I had other things going on.
So you just happened to see him.
I happened and coming going home now, 441. I looked over there and I saw him. I said, "Oh, it's my time. I better go and tell Clovis now, because I see him." But just trying to run, I could have went to the office, but I didn't have time. I just felt that it wasn't. That was done. That was over. It wasn't no big deal. Just tell him and let it over. But then next thing I found out, Michael kept asking me about over and over and over, and then I went to his mom house. They want to talk about it, and I was talking about some other things that I'm not happy with in Alachua. Like the old people can't cash their check to the post office, and the light bill. That's the only thing I was concerned about. I'm not concerned about just other stuff.
Okay. Now, when you went over to where Charlie and Michael and what were you went voluntarily?
To their house?
Yeah.
I was doing his mama yard, and they said they wanted me to. My brother did his mom yard.
Yeah.
They said they wanted me to do strip the floors and wax. We went to look at the floor and stuff. Then I went over there several times to pick up my pay, but not just to go over there to talk about the election.
And when you got there, they were talking to some other people, I think, were they not? You mentioned Tamara Robbins.
They was to the table. To the table. Right. She wasn't at their mom's house.
Oh, I was speaking of when you went over where the table was. You went over voluntarily.
Yeah.
And then you left when you wanted to.
When I was cleaning up.
Okay.
I was cleaning. What happened was that I was cleaning up. It was my day to clean. So when she told me to come to City Hall, whatever, to her office, and I had to clean that Saturday anyway. So I went, and she told me Brother Washington to be there. I said, okay. So when I went down to the church to take some clothes, because they was giving a clothes giveaway, and I asked Minister Washington, his Brother Washington's brother, was he going down to the City Hall, to her office? They was having a meeting. He said, no, I ain't in it no more. You can go ask my brother. So when I went and asked, he was on lawnmower, I went and asked him, was he going? I said, because Shauna told me to come down there. I didn't get into detail what was going on or nothing. He said, yeah, I'll be down there. So then I'll come by there. There wasn't but 2 cars there. So I went on to Gainesville. And then I came by the church. They were still at church. So I said, I'm going to Gainesville. I'll catch them. They might start late on, And then so Brother Washington called me, asked me, was I coming? I said, well, I'm coming from Gainesville. I'll be there, And then I got there. It was just him. Wasn't no other people there. Or like she said, it was going to be some other people there. It was him and the lady. They used to work at City Hall.
Okay. Now, I think when you and I talked on the phone one time, you expressed some, I think, anger that somebody had caused your son to be arrested. You remember telling me something like that, or did I misunderstand that?
No, I said that, you're talking about the break-in? I
don't know anything about it. I was just, I remember you said something about your son had been arrested or something along. You didn't say that to me.
No, not about that. No.
Didn't have anything to do with this.
No, I said something about that break-in. They said that somebody broke in a doctor's office. And the day that me and my son was cleaning their office that Saturday, Friday night, we did script her float, and then the police called me and asked me about they had a break-in, and did I know? I said no, I didn't know. And he said, so I said, well, I tell you what, I'm headed to Shauna's office anyway. Then I'll stop by there. Then I'll come up to the police department and talk with you. And then he said, well, could you tell me who all was in the doctor's office? I said, me and my son and my kids. And I said, I left Michael there. He said, Michael who? What is his name? I said, yeah. He said, oh, I did not know Michael was there. I said, yeah, I left him there and told him to lock up.
Yeah.
And then he said, well, thanks for telling me that. That the police officer told me. So then I went on up there and they asked me again, and I told him. And then I talked to them, and Michael was telling me about all this little stuff, how it happened. Police department right at their door. and showed me how somebody was trying to take stuff through that area, cut through the parking lot, and all this stuff. It was a inside job, and so then I wasn't no more said about that. I was working for her still, and then one day I went to pick my pay up and stuff, and she said she was first she was happy with the windows, then she wasn't happy with the windows. Then she's not going to pay me $400 for no windows, and she was going to give me this and that, and send me to Mike. I tell Mike called back and say he need to talk to her. It was running back and forth about my money. Then so I went back to her and talked to her. Then she said, "How I know your daughter didn't got some boys to break in my place?" And to her skirt, miss, my daughter, we asked her about the price of her skirt.
You're speaking about Shauna. Okay.
We don't wear no Harry Christian looking skirts.
Mm-hmm.
Then she says to us, tell me, my daughter's sitting in the car taking her to school, how she knows, but why would my daughter bring boys up there to break in her place? Well, we have more than enough. She don't have nothing that I don't have. So I'm like, okay, why would my daughter do that? Then so she never did pay me $150. She said she would get back with me and stuff. And I didn't go back no more because every time I went back there, talk to Mike about it was vice versa, and they said they'll talk this and that. She feels she don't owe me this and that. So, and then they want to always talk about this voting stuff. People I don't even know how they even look.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure out
that's
whatever happened to the doctor's office really had nothing to do with it.
So that's what I'm saying, but I never said nothing about my son arrested.
Okay.
That's what only thing I said about the police.
Okay.
The police got involved was he called me about they saying the place got broken and then they say I was the last one left there, and he was the last person left there.
Okay, and did you know whether your son was arrested or not?
Not for no, not
right, yeah.
no, my son was arrested for nothing like that.
All right. Now,
he worked Shane. He got a job. He was breaking nothing.
Let me ask you, Willette, in connection with this matter, the voting matter, has anybody asked you not to tell the truth at all?
No.
No one at all?
Nobody.
Okay.
And nobody couldn't tell me not to tell the truth because I'm telling the truth from my heart. I'm not here to hurt nobody.
Okay.
And I ain't trying to, I'm just telling what I feel in my heart that he did a favor for me.
And
That did no harm, but telling us most people out there, they can look out for each other, maybe won't be so in the dark.
And nobody has threatened you or anything to say one thing or the other?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Never.
All right. Could we have just about 5 minutes with my clients, and then Mr. Rush may want to ask you some questions. You ready?
I'm ready.
Be back again. Let me just ask you something. Do you know of something called the ALA?
What is that?
I'm asking if you know.
Never heard of that.
Never heard of that. Okay.
ALA.
Now I want you to think real hard about, not about that. If you don't know what it is, that's fine. Apart from the occasion that you told us that you met with Mr. Watson to tell him about the meeting at the table, have you met with him since then about this matter?
I saw him several times at City Hall. Like I said, I was running to him at City Hall.
What did he say to you about this matter?
Him say nothing to me. I would talk to him. He don't come approach me about this matter at all. I always talk to him about something.
And not about this?
No, not all the time. Every now and then I might, like, I did see him one day and I told him that, I guess you called me.
Yes. And
told me, I said, it's another man called me too, but I can't think of it. It's another lawyer. And I just told him they called me about a farmer that said they called me about a deposition.
Deposition. Was it Mr. Rush? Do you know?
No, it's another lawyer for him. He said even for
Mr. For him, okay. Have you spoken with Mr. Rush before today?
Never talked to Mr. Rush.
Have you spoken with Marion Rush before
Yeah, I
today?
saw her at City Hall before.
And discussed this matter?
Yeah, I talked to her about it. I told her about how they owe me my money and different stuff about